I was playing football back in those days. We had a football team, and Big John Adams had a Philo hat that he wore every time to practice, and I wanted one of those hats. And he told me the only way I could get one of those hats was to be a Philo. So I became a Philo because of my hat.
I think the thing with me with the Philos was brotherhood. There was a very diverse crowd, whereas the other groups were all kind of one-dimensional. We had a very diverse group. It was fun watching the interaction, learning that even people as diverse as we were, we could have a common goal and work together towards a lot of things, and we ended up doing that. So it was good brotherhood, leadership, vision. It really did play an integral part in a lot of where I went after I left Erskine.
I rushed Philo because I liked that everybody in the society was pretty confident and everybody had their own personality and it wasn't a group of people that were all the same.
Well, I decided to rush Philos at that time because it was the most active on campus, had the most fun, and just basically a good chance to become involved in things at Erskine. Well, I think one of the biggest things that I learned in being Philos is how to care for others, how to work together, and how to just make the best opportunity of fellowship and friendship.
The sophomore class had a lot to do with it. Sophomore Philos, very compatible personalities, and just got along with them and decided Philos were the right choice.
They are awesome people, and I really wanted to get in to know some more people on campus, and we all just shared a lot of comments. Someone told me I was a Philo freshman year.
Who's that?
I can't remember.
Who told you?
Told me that I was a Philo and I needed to rush Philo, and I listened.
A bunch of my friends were rushing, and they were just really encouraging me to rush.
Those three, they were the biggest Italians in campus at the time. And a lot of my friends were already Philos, and they just couldn't help but to join.
I rushed Philos because all of my best friends were doing it, and it was a brotherhood. And the guy sold it to me very well. And so I couldn't resist. Also, I didn't want to be a youth.
For the brotherhood, got suckered into it at first. I didn't realize what I was getting into, but then all my friends started doing it, and there's a big group of us. We had 11 in my rush class.
I'm a legacy, and also, just cool people like Chris.
Yeah.
Now rushing with me.
Because I would have to say is where all the cool guys were.
The main reason I rushed was I enjoyed the people I was with. When I came before visiting, most of the guys I met were Philos, and just a great group of guys.
You know, it was a great group of people and a sisterhood, and they were always together and having a good time, and it was just a tight bond and good friendships, and I wanted that while I was here.
Well, frankly, the Philos were the cool kids on campus when I got here, and I wanted to join the cool kids, and I wasn't one of them, but they still let me in. So.
Really, there were some good guys that lived on my floor and lived in Presley, and I just got to know them well when I found out that they were Philos, and they knew how to throw good parties, and they seemed to be intelligent people, so I was attracted to that.
Brotherhood. All my friends were doing it. I just wanted to be a part of a group of friends that were closely knit.
Well, my dad and brothers were actually Chi, so they wanted me to rush Chi, but all my friends rushed Philo, so I kind of followed that route.
They were a very fun group, they were a very diverse group, and they were a very accepting group and very active on campus.
I guess because my buddies were Russian, and I knew you and you were a Philo, so my friends were there.
Well, I weighed out my options. I actually did. I really did. So it took me a while to figure it out. But why? Probably because, this is going to sound corny, but it's true. They were a little more formal than some of the other groups in their meetings. They were community service oriented, which is a big deal to me. And I just felt like culturally it was the best fit for me. So
the coolest guys on campus, and I remember going in the hall, and the hall is just beautiful. And I remember going across the way and across the road, across the street back then, and it was like I was back in New Jersey. So the Follows were definitely the coolest guys on campus, and they even let me in, so that was nice.
I don't know. I'd heard a lot about it. I've always wanted to be like in a fraternity type thing. I heard Philos was a really good thing. My ex-girlfriend's parents both graduated from Erskine, and they were both Philos as well. So it's kind of like motivation to get on the good side, I guess.
Join the Philos.
Why did I join the Philos? I joined the Philos because of the people who I knew who were already a Philo, and they were similar to who I was, and the belief, if you'll come back in and we had the same personalities and likes and dislikes, and it just became my embodiment of friends, and now I am still closest friends with the Philos that I graduated with.
Well, mostly for the Follow Men. When I first came here, my freshman year, first semester, I really clicked with all of the senior guys. So they really were a big influence on my rushing year. That's great.
At the time, my roommate, who is Brandon Hansen, who's the Follow treasurer right now, was rushing, and all of the guys that we hung out with were all Follow Men, and I've always believed in that brotherhood. I never had a brother, I only had a sister, so it was really nice to be able to hang out with a bunch of guys and really make something of it.
Just because I'm an athlete, I play baseball here, and a bunch of the other guys in the society were athletes, soccer players and stuff, and so they're my group of people, and they're also really fun to hang out with, so just good friends, and want a place just to hang out with some guys.
Because they were obviously the most diverse group and the most interesting. They weren't all the same.
Honestly, because all my friends did. They rushed in the spring of our freshman year, and I waited until fall of my sophomore year, and then rushed alone.
Because they asked me to.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's silly, but they literally took the time to talk to me and ask me. And so I did.
Oh, sisterhood. Yeah, and having each other's back and networking and socializing. It's all good stuff.
I really like the brotherhood that I saw. I really like the guys. I like the community aspect of it.
I was forced at knife point to do it.
Robert's Rules of Order, I know it up one side and down the other, and all because of my time as Philo.
I think organization. I was rush committee chairman the entire 3 years after I got in, and then that kind of helped me in my current job. I'm in law enforcement, so I have people I have to work with and manage, and I think that kind of helped me get on that path.
Pretty much the same reason I joined, the confidence and the ability to stand up and be myself and not really care what other people think or say, as long as I know I'm on the right path and I'm happy.
Definitely a sisterhood. We were a really tight group and building relationships.
Definitely how to interact with a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of different girls, how to reach out to community, doing a lot of outreach stuff. Just how to bond with people and have a good time with a bunch of different people.
I think it's a lot of leadership and time management. Definitely.
Time management.
Yeah,
Time management.
especially during rush. I guess just how to deal with different people. Everyone has different personalities.
The sense of brotherhood, especially coming from another country and not having a base here. To me, the Philos became my brothers, and just that's been a bond that has been strong.
I think relationships would be the biggest thing. My ability to make friendships now all started when I was here. And so I think that would probably be the biggest takeaway that I had from being a Philo. So.
The main thing is just brotherhood. Just loyalty and brotherhood.
I don't know exactly what I learned, but the best friends that I still have, that I still keep in touch with, they're all Philos.
That made me.
Really the most important thing that I learned as a Philo was to understand that there were folks out there who had different points of view from you, and to understand that you can still love people that had a different point of view from you, and to learn to have a conversation with them about why you believe what you believe and they might believe what they believe.
I think how to work together and work through work through differences. We didn't all see eye to eye all the time on the same issues.
Never judge a book by its cover. It's always something deeper.
All about diversity. We were just talking about this a few minutes ago at the river. That when you're in a small school, you are around different types of people. Even though you think you're coming to a place where generally folks are the same, not so. And definitely, I learned to make friends with lots of different types of folks, and I am so glad that I did.
What I learned was organizational skills. I was a parliamentarian under Robert's Rules of Order, and more importantly, I learned how to get along with a diverse group of people. When I was there, we had guys from New Jersey, guys from the Deep South, and it was just a wonderful experience. And what I'm trying to do is give back, and we need to restore the home.
Responsibility, just like trying to fit into different roles. Because certain people are good at certain things, other people aren't. So everyone needs to like collaborate to try and be united, you know, to try and get the entire group united as one, and just calm some of the hotheads, while some of the hotheads, you know, help out some of the not shy people.
That people are important, and that you should always cherish the moments that you have, especially while you're in college. Even if you think it's boring, you're making the best memories of your life, and friends that you make, follows, will be your friends forever.
Definitely a sense of brotherhood. I can definitely understand the use of a literary society, especially on Erskine's campus, because if I'm going to go into any field with any type of communication, I'm going to have to understand how to deal with people of different backgrounds and different personalities. So, you know, this society actually gives me a chance to deal with people who are not from my background and people with varying, you know, personalities, and we still get along well. So it gives me that edge.
One thing that I'm going to use the rest of my life is I had to learn how to network through my brotherhood. It's really hard to get everyone on the same page, and as president this year I've been learning how to do it, and it's not easy, but it's something I've learned how to do, and
I feel like it's making you grow as a person.
Absolutely.
Just pretty much that, just being more social, making more friends. I wasn't really like an outgoing sort of person before I came here, but got to know these guys, and we all became really close friends, and friendships just last. I just try to make as many connections as possible, and it's just a good future. It's what anything's possible. So, yeah.
I would say probably the biggest lesson is that diversity is good, and that differing opinions makes for good friendships. It teaches you to listen, and it teaches you to be humble.
How to make long-lasting friendships, and how to uphold long-lasting friendships.
I think, you know, roles of leadership too. We both had leadership roles in the society. So
What were your roles?
I was president.
Okay. And you were?
I think I was the secretary.
You were the secretary or treasurer.
I was something. I'm not sure. I think it was secretary. I don't think it was money.
I mean, I can go to any of these guys, any of them. If I need something. I mean, just from the first day of Rush, I needed something they had. They had my back, you know, in a second. So I mean, you just really be able to trust someone, good, strong friendships. They say in college, the friends you make in college are the ones you have for life. And I can tell a bunch of these guys are going to be those kind of friends. So.
Definitely, like the importance of brotherhood, the sense of community. It's the value of having close brothers by. And
I learned how to drink beer, and I really want to hear this today on that.
Why'd you come here today, for homecoming or for the Philo meeting?
It came up for the Philo event, but this is really the first time I've been back since I graduated.
No, actually, I came mostly because of this event.
Just to mix and mingle with some Philo alum, to get to know some other brothers from the past, to learn about what's going on with the hall and the renovations.
For homecoming, get back, see everybody. I haven't been back since I graduated.
Here tonight to support my brothers. This is way overdue. You know, it's needed this for a long time. I'm glad we got somebody that stepped up and really gotten this going.
Yeah. I came for Philos. That's the only reason I'm here. I drove in just for this.
I have not been to a homecoming in 15 years until this week.
I came for the Philos.
And for Philos.
Came down here for Philos.
I came here for the Philos. I came to reunite reunite with people I haven't seen in a while. I came to find out about the hall and what I could do to help the hall.
We actually came for Philo Hall.
If this hadn't been going on, we wouldn't have come.
I came today to support the Philos.